Thank you. And Tony Abbott reminded the country that Julia Gillard has overseen the BER program, and by saying that from now on, if they were to be elected, the money would be spent locally at the school level. He found a school and he found a principal who was very helpful in terms of supporting his criticisms of the program. But then he took the risk and took the issue to the kids. Here he is.
We were allocated $850,000. We asked for a hall. We got a second library, which we didn't need. We had a functional library.
Now, you've already got a library, haven't you?
Yes.
So why do you need another one?
Because
Because what?
Because the library's old.
Yeah, okay, but...
No buts, Mr Politician, the library's old.
That advance is going to be in so much trouble.
Yeah, the attempt to make that the issue too, of course, was overshadowed by the whole asylum seekers issue, but that will come up, no doubt, again and again through the campaign.
It will, and what was clever about this was the idea, it sort of sounds so superficially attractive that, you know, if a school can renegotiate its contracts, it gets to pocket the savings and spend it on another building development if they want. But of course, it's much more tricky to undo contracts that have already been signed. So
and
one of those
most
things
of them
that,
have.
Yeah, you know, so it sounds really good, and it's good politics, but
it'll never
execution may not happen.
And the US Vice President, Joe Biden, tackled the spy issue on television last night, and it really is worth a look. Here he is.
We traded 10 for 4. Now, I know our math skills are not as good as they should be, but that doesn't seem fair. Why do we trade 10 for 4?
Well, we got back 4 really good ones.
Yeah. This Russian woman here, let me ask you something. And you would know this, Mr. Vice President. Do we have any spies that hot?
Let me make it clear. It wasn't my idea to send her back.
Brilliant.
Good form. Final observation. Prediction.
Julia Gillard's going to turn her attention this week to issues about economic management, setting out some of her credentials on that front, just as I'm about to run off on maternity leave. Probably going to miss it all.
Ahead of climate change.
Yes.
And do you think the Liberals will turn their attention to some pre-selection matters?
Well, they don't have a candidate in Lindsay still, even after the focus that's been on the seat this week. My understanding is that they'll get to Lindsay sort of Monday or Tuesday this week, but it was delayed by the Penrith by-election. But you'd want to get a wriggle on, fellas.
Yep. Derek?
Julia Gillard is the first Australian Prime Minister since Billy Hughes to have a Welsh background. Now, Hughes started off in Labor, joined National Labor, the Nationalist Party, the United Australia Party, and finally the Liberal Party. Asked why he'd never joined the Country Party, Hughes said he had to draw the line somewhere.
Karen?
Yeah, a bit of a glimpse of the future this week in the tension between Bob Brown, the Greens leader, and Lee Rhiannon, the Greens leader in New South Wales, who's now running for a Senate seat, over the way she's handling that Senate candidacy. I think if she wins that Senate seat, we could see some interesting leadership tension down the track in the Greens. Bob Brown's not going anywhere at the moment, but one day there'll have to be some kind of succession plan, and he and Lee Rhiannon do not get on all that well. They're very different approaches, so it could be an interesting tussle.
And that's the program for the week. I'll be back with Offsiders at 10:30.